Hello and welcome or welcome back. This is King Gaia, and today I bring you guys our energy forecast, sharing significant vibrations, energetic influences, and how they are impacting our collective. If you're new to my channel, welcome, boom. I am so happy that you're here. Welcome to our collective. I am very grateful for the opportunity to be of service to you all. Who am I? I'm a metaphysical teacher, Reiki alchemist, and shadow work coach, and this channel is my virtual classroom. This is the studio. This is the altar where I share my offerings and resources with you guys. On the table, all messages are from Spirit, and they're timeless, timely, and in divine timing, revealing the information behind the veil of the circumstances and opportunities and even potential challenges that may or may not be obvious to us yet, but very important that we take into consideration. And of course, it's a general reading and it may or may not resonate with you depending on where you are on your spiritual path, your awakening process, or your shadow work journey. Okay? So please only take what resonates. Nothing that I put on this table will ever, alter your core, your nature. So please honor your intuition, your free will, your common sense. I am just a messenger, okay? And I'm reading energy and energy changes, blah, blah, blah. Let's get to this. On the table, the obvious energy, right, is expansion, right? Expansion, growth. The month of April was practically established as day one for aligned action. It was an invitation into visibility and expansion and full embodiment for those who are ready to embark. The conditions are prime, let me tell you. The energy is working for you, for us, for all of us, for our collective. We're on time, we're in flow, we're swimming downstream, and we have the understanding that the universe has our back. At the same time, we are beginning to realize the weight of the assignment, right? The responsibility of the call and the magnitude of this gift that is being bestowed upon us, right? And the consequences of not showing up, that part, right? Because not showing up means sabotaging ourselves out of prosperity, abundance, fulfillment, and the opportunity to build a life doing what we genuinely love. So it's on you, baby girl, right? It's on us. And that feels like an oh shit, this is real moment. Because it is. Oh shit, this is real, right? And strangely enough, that realization is going to help you commit. You're going to fully commit. Even if you're currently lacking the discipline, the routine, the structure, you will figure out this shit. You will figure this shit out. I promise you. You will adapt, adjust, recalibrate, and self regulate. You will become the version of yourself required for the path, right? The month of May was asking us, what are you building? Right? It was that Taurus energy. What are you building? Are you clear? Are you specific? Go ahead, tie all the loose ends, complete the project, pick a horse, saddle, and get it going, right? Now, this month, June, this period, I will say, summer, that energy, that fire energy, is asking you, can you actually hold the future that you say that you want? Can you handle the speed of the horse and the significance of both the journey and the destination? Because manifestation is not just, attraction, it's capacity. Can you handle the prosperity, the freedom, the love, the happiness that you say that you want it? Or are you full of shit? Right? Because when you accept the call, you activate your support system in both human and divine, planes. You will find the support. Can you handle it? Because everything that you fucking need is here. That's the question. You will find the book, the tool, the teacher, the technology, the resource, the staff, the community, the partner, the system, all the shit that will help you bring your purpose forward. So there's no excuse. The only question is, can you actually hold it? right? As a container, as a vessel. There is a very abstract moment at the beginning of the hero's journey, right? When the hero first received the call, for a moment, he contemplates both refusing the call and accepting the call. He understands that he can choose either path, either way, but he has to live with the consequences. Right? The hero becomes the fool the moment that he says yes to the calling, not because he's stupid, but because he's brave. And notice that I say brave and not fearless. There's a difference. Fearless people don't feel fear. The brave people, they feel the fear and they move anyway. They do it anyway, right? You feel the fear and you do it anyway. Can you actually hold the future that you say you want? Are you brave enough, right? The path forward now becomes less about certainty and more about willingness. Less about having all the answers and more about trusting yourself enough to begin because you are enough, right? So the new energy is find a way to do it. Find a way to do it. This is expansion, this is forward momentum. This is like trusting. You're gonna trust like a child. You're gonna trust like a fool. You're gonna lean into joy, into creativity, into passion, romance, pleasure, and authentic self-expression. This is solar plexus. This is sacral chakra energy, right? You're going to trust your lived experiences, your intellect, your feelings, your intuition equally, you know? And there is also an opportunity here to close cycles in order to fully transform while remaining true to yourself, to your values, to your convictions. You are forging your path forward in the most authentic way possible. Okay? You already figure out the formula. You already know what to do. You already did the mixing, the elements, the planning, the strategy, everything. All you have to do is move your ass forward. Move it forward. Okay? This is kind of like the magician energy, alchemizing through the sword. Like you pick the sword and the wand also. This is you embodying the King of Swords energy because we're feeling this, the Gemini energy presence, right? This is self mastery. This is mindful leadership. This is ethical decision making. This is conscious detachment. And most importantly, this is discernment also and the ability to lead yourself forward with clarity instead of chaos or self-doubt. You know, um, my God, baby, oh my God, right? Mm. Taurus last month delivered an infusion of energetic stabilization for the collective. You know, so it's the perfect conditioning to work through fears. We're not going to fantasize about shit. We're not going to spiritually bypass. We're not going to be endlessly planning and like stop talking about it and get to building, get to do it. This is embodiment, body, mind, spirit, right? This is putting yourself through labor of love, right? Devotion, value, sustainability. This is bringing the physical reality of your choices. And listen, a lot of people receive visions and awakenings and insights and downloads and shit, um, confirmations, redirections over and over for the last several months. So, the point is like, do something about it. Get yourself out there, so your purpose can, build roots, so the discipline can hold, so the nervous system can sustain growth, so the values become authentic and not performative, right? So that you can actually trust yourself enough to commit long term. And we're all going through this. I'm going through all of this myself, you know? Okay. We are all reevaluating relationships, work, creative projects, money, boundaries, self worth, time allocation, relocations, emotional investments, energetic exchanges. Our collective is becoming less willing to pour energy into things and people that do not reciprocate nourishment or stability or loyalty, right? Peace, respect, growth. I'm into that, right? The nervous system wants regulation now, not overstimulation or drainage. You know, we are being called for devotion, okay? And it will be possible through repetition, you know? And for our collective, this is according to reality. Now, moving forward after a period of devotion, we will experience a pause and a change of perspective. Something will reveal itself, something will shift, right? So be open after committed time. Let's say 3 months, 6 months of hard devotion, you know, it will no longer be a dream. Okay. So the energy is asking you to embody consistently. This level of fulfillment is not created through urgency or adrenaline or hustle culture, none of that shit. We're not saying to bust your ass. That's not what that's not what's on the table. We're talking about self-paced devotion, patience, aligned action, and trusting yourself enough to keep showing up even before the results fully arrive. Because we're not grinding here, we're not burning out here. We are magicians, baby. Okay, we're magicians dealing with unique formulas and alchemies. Okay, all right. If you're interested in this month's top 3 predictions and a deep cosmic directive with zodiac specific instructions on how to leverage the currents, I invite you to visit my website and sign up for our latest gazette. All right. It's our free newsletter delivering, in-depth energy forecast for our collective. Thank you so much for watching. King Gaia out.